This is Wretched Radio with Todd Friel.
This is not the first time that this has happened. This is Wretched Radio. There is another organization, not Christian, as in a 501c3 nonprofit parachurch ministry, but there was an organization that was led by Christians that most certainly catered to the Christian audience, that was told by the government, nope, you will provide your service to the gay community. You will, or we'll shut you down. And they too said, all right, we will. Do you remember who that was? Tony Toner, Joey? Nope.
I do not.
Tony, do you remember?
No.
It begins with the letter E and ends with harmony.
That's right. They had to make the logarithm for
gay couples
too.
For gay people also.
Yeah.
And they gave in and said, okay, we'll do it. And I understand it's okay. You're going to lose your whole business. So maybe the people that you're helping aren't going to get your help. You have got to compromise and do what you're told by the state, or you will be shut down. Bethany Christian Services, not the first, and I suspect there are other ones that never made it into the news, that were confronted with this sort of demand. We're seeing it with cake bakers. We're seeing it with florists. Now we're seeing it with ministries. Don't expect this to stop anytime soon, and don't think it's going to stop with parachurch ministries, because it will come to churches and it will come to your home. Parents, you will get in line or we'll take your kids. Don't think that happens. Is there something different in our DNA than, say, German DNA, where they've done that with homeschooling parents? We've seen this in Canada too, have we not? Don't think that the state will stop with parachurch ministries or churches. They'll come knocking on your door. There is an agenda here. While I feel bad for Bethany Christian Services, I think they made the wrong decision. We're either going to be Christians who take our hard knocks gracefully, lovingly, in a supernatural kind of way, or we're just going to compromise until there's just nothing really left of the Christian church in the West. There's always going to be the 7,000, no doubt about that. In fact, to be encouraged, I do believe that conservative Christianity is actually growing. It's just not the behemoth we once thought it was, but it is growing. Even the U.S. government cannot overcome the church that Jesus Christ is building. So we don't need to be in a panic over that, but we do need to be asking the question, what will I do when the time comes? And I think our mindset of, well, we've got rights, well, we used to have rights, well, it should be a land of ease where we've got opportunity for commerce and trade. It doesn't seem like that is as protected as we once thought it was. What will you say? In other life news, and wow, there's a lot of it going on. You undoubtedly heard the story of the Alabama Democrat who was not pleased that the House in Alabama overwhelmingly approved a bill that would make it a felony to perform an abortion at any stage of a pregnancy. Now, the legislation, it has the exemption of a woman whose health is at risk. We know that is the camel's nose. It's way too broad of an exception. There shouldn't be any exception ever for abortion, ever. And if a mother's life is at risk, that is not the intentional taking of an innocent human life. That is rescuing the mother. And if the child is lost in the process, we mourn that, but that is not an abortion. There are no excuses to take the life of an innocent human being, period. You save the mother's life, and if the child's life is lost, we mourn, but that is not an abortion. This measure, nevertheless, passed 74-3. Democratic Rep. John Rogers of Birmingham. I like Birmingham. It's a nice town, Birmingham. They've got that, is it the Viking on top? It's not a Vulcan. That's the Winter Carnival in St. Paul.
No, it is. His name is Vulcan.
It is the Vulcan.
Yeah. Ask me how I know
I
that.
liked it. It kind of was a flashback to St. Paul, because Birmingham and St. Paul, very similar. Weather, accent,
weather especially. Yeah.
Football skills, pretty much identical. By the way, I saw, speaking of the Twin Cities, now I won't be able to find that. My stack is way too big. But it's a church. They're building a bar as an extension of their church.
A Baptist church.
Yeah. It's the American Baptists, I believe.
I don't care. There's still something wrong with a Baptist church and bar in the same sentence.
Well, the rationale that this fellow gave was just head-splitting. Hey, my wife and I have the gift of hospitality, so this just seemed like a natural extension. Really? Then why didn't you open up a bed and breakfast? How's about a coffee shop? A bar? Well, we just have to reach people where they're. So we're gonna have spirits and spiritual conversations. Oh, they ought to be brilliant when everybody is looped. That should just be a brilliant Christian. By the way, you bore me, sir. So old, so not trendy, so not cutting edge. Come on, come up with something clever and unique, would you? So the Democrat from Alabama, Birmingham specifically, yikes. Some kids are unwanted, so you kill them now or you kill them later. Just giving you a moment to recover. You bring them in the world unwanted, unloved. You send them to the electric chair. Yeah, that's always the course.
It's the progression every time.
Boom, they're going to get the death sentence. What did 3 people get executed in Alabama last year? 3? Really? So you kill them now or you kill them later. Bad rhetoric. He continued by saying some children who face abortion could be retarded and half deformed. Wow.
Haven't heard those arguments in a long time.
Hold on. He ain't done yet. Donald Trump Jr. responded by saying this is stomach curling and makes Ralph Northam look like a moderate on abortion. He's the governor from Virginia. Every Democrat running for president needs to be asked where they stand on this. The extreme turn we've seen from the Dems on abortion recently is truly sickening. Indeed. It really has been radical. Now, that's not where the story ends. Representative Rogers from Birmingham, Alabama, responded to his criticisms in an interview with WVTM 13, your Birmingham weather station. That's an honor, he said. Thank God. Right on. Him, meaning Donald Trump Jr., being born is the very good defense that I have for abortion. Wow!
What?
His mother should have aborted him when he was born.
There we go.
What?
Always a classy argument.
Yeah. And then he wouldn't have made that stupid statement. Well, somebody's making stupid statements. That's a fact. He's retarded or crazy, Donald Trump's son. I knew he was crazy, said the representative. The best defense I've got for abortion right there, looking at him.
Wow. Can you imagine?
What?
And I can't think of an equivalent.
No, I can't either.
If someone of a more conservative stripe had said anything close to that, he'd be in jail.
It's so off the chart. It's staggering. You really have to wonder about this fellow and just where he's at mentally, because this is wildly inappropriate. And this is the utilitarian view. Now, if Donald Trump didn't say that, then we'd let him live and he shouldn't have been aborted. So if Donald Trump Jr. could do something good for us, well, at least that I've determined I like, then we'll let him live. Do you see how dangerous that is? Who determines who's contributing to our culture that we're going to let live? What sort of piano skills must they possess? IQ? Are they good income earners? How do they contribute to the state? Those we let be born, but the others, not so much. Wow. The ugliness that is utilitarianism, the ugliness that is the pro-choice debate. Ay, 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 their arguments. Wowza. Students, this just in case, if you thought this, well, this couldn't possibly get any worse. Hold the phone, Henrietta. Planned Parenthood. The students at University of Texas, San Antonio, they were supporters of Planned Parenthood. They went to the Cemetery of the Innocents, a pro-life group, put up a display, a dedication to the unborn children who were killed by abortion. Students United for Planned Parenthood danced around the cemetery shouting, join me now, will you? Stop, hey, hey, what's that? Oh, stop, hey, hey, what's that sound? All the fetuses are in the ground.
Well, little Buffalo Springfield.
Look, there's mine right there, sang one female student. Another female student joked that they should kiss in the fetus graveyard. And it goes on from there, and it gets worse. That is the reprobate mind for you. Would you please consider supporting preborn.org? If I didn't mention them at this moment, I would be remiss. Preborn.org, they are in the trenches. They are trying to save babies' lives by presenting to the pregnant mothers their child in utero by using an ultrasound. It's $28 an ultrasound. If you could support preborn.org, they're opened up now in New York City, right in the heart of Abortion Central. It's ground zero there, and all across the country, babies are being saved because of ultrasounds. If you could support them, that would be wunderbar. Preborn.org/wretched, preborn.org/wretched. Wretched. We're hip, we're technologically savvy. Would you please join us in liking, subscribing, or sharing this video?